Hi guys, Kar Yong here, and this video I'd like to talk about this trade idea on the Euro Canadian. Okay, and there are a few reasons why I'm actually highlighting this trade ideas over here. Okay, from the bigger time frame perspective, what we are seeing is that there's a potential for more downside opportunity. Okay, and there are a few technical things that comes together, they're being aligned with. Okay, the first one here is you do see there's a double top, a bigger double top has formed. Okay, we do see a very nice rejection and price is forming a corrective pattern. And again, every time we see this combination, we have a high probability price is going to continue, likely coming back to this low here around 1.5053. And right now the current market price is around 1.56. Okay, so that's about close to 600 pips of downside opportunity. Okay, so that's from the bigger time frame perspective, telling us that the downside is huge, is attractive as well. Okay, and if I go down to the 4-hour time frame, this is where you can see very nicely how the entire alleyway structure comes in as well. Right, we do have the three-wave structure down, which is forming that push to the downside. Okay, and we do have a nice three-wave structure to the upside as well, which is a very simple corrective pattern. And from here, okay, we do have that V inverted V-shaped formation where we see that mini impulse push to the downside, kind of like telling us, indicating that this is likely the short-term high around 1.5740. And right now we are seeing this very nice corrective pattern. So again, we do have a smaller impulse correction pattern telling us that the probability to the downside is there. Okay, so from the bigger time frame perspective, going down to the lower time frame, all this indication, the price development is suggesting that the potential is looking for a sell trade. Okay, so if I were to go down to even the smaller time frame, like the 1-hour chart, okay, that's where you can see this is the corrective pattern that we have identified on the 4-hour. Okay, we do see that small push to the downside as well, and right now price might be starting to form this smaller corrective pattern. Okay, so when that happens, then that's where that solid trade to the downside comes in. Okay, now what I mean is solid is not that it's gonna be 100% sure win, but the risk reward is gonna be very, very significant. Okay, now EURCAD is a pair that you don't need a very wide stop loss to actually trade it. Of course, if you are looking at the 4-hour time frame, your stop loss might be wider. Okay, so in this case here, if we base it on this, and a break of this low is around 5580. Okay, just slightly below it to account for the spread. And if you put it at this high here around 5660, your stops, right? Of course, that is an 80 pip stop loss, right? On the 4-hour time frame, that's perfectly fine. With your target, okay, let's say we go all the way back down towards this low. That's a risk reward of closest to 1:6.5, right? Very, very decent risk to reward ratio. Okay, but of course, if you are looking at this, you can even consider the 4-hour time frame. Okay, the 1-hour time frame, and if let's say you are able to shrink your stop loss by half, okay, from 80 pip to 40 pip, that would greatly increase your risk reward from 6.5 to close to 12.8. Okay, so this is one. I would say the downside opportunity is huge, right? And a lot of things are lining up very nicely for that trade to take to the downside. Okay, again, it's not going to be 100% sure win guarantee, but the opportunity is there, and I thought to quickly shoot out this video here to share with you an idea, and also giving you a little bit behind the scenes as to how we look at the charts, how we analyze, what are some of the factors that we put in to consider and come up with a trade idea. Okay, so this is on EURCAD. It's really not that complicated in terms of this trade idea, very straightforward. It's a pure technical analysis trade idea, right? So again, if you have any questions, feel free to drop it in the comment section, and I'll look through it and address your questions accordingly, right? So this is one of the trades that I'll be personally monitoring. Okay, I'll be adding on to this trade idea watch list. We do have many trade potential over here this coming week, or moving forward, I would say. So I'll add this into the trade idea. You can go into it and check it out in detail as well. Okay, so that's it from me. I'll talk to you again when we have another trade idea that we have identified, and we'll share them with you.